Hey folks, this is Nick and Goddess here in Washington D.C. out in front of the Senate office building where there's a protest called Swarm the Capitol. They're basically out here to say what the Democrats have been saying for the last 3.5 years, which is they want Trump, they want Pence out.
History is being made. We need to be on the right side, and we are on the right side because Donald Trump is a fascist. Donald Trump stands for nothing but cruelty and inhumanity.
They picked me up on the way from Cleveland to get here today. I have a PhD in conflict management. I've been teaching political science for the last 7 years. And right now we're at the threshold of a moment in our history where we're going to decide whether or not the rule of law matters.
And which rule of law is that?
There's a trial going on, and we're trying to say the American people want the truth, and the truth requires witnesses.
To not have a fair trial basically negates our Constitution. Like, it will put him above the law, and it means there are no more checks and balances, and that is just not America.
Well, if anybody else is on trial, obviously we end up with witnesses coming in and testifying, and then a jury decides whether or not they believe this testimony or how does it add up.
Sure, I understand that. And if that's the case, why didn't the House allow the Republicans witnesses?
I don't know exactly how it played out in the House.
To not even allow witnesses, what is that? You don't have witnesses at a trial? Come on. Anyway,
Why didn't they allow Republican witnesses in the House?
They did.
No,
Those
they
were
didn't.
all Republicans. Yovanovitch was Republican. All of those people were Republican.
Are we going to let the fascists who are already winning continue to consolidate their program? Because that's what neutrality is right now. If you're neutral right now, you're letting the fascists win.
Now, these protests, much like this one, have been going on since the day the man took office. So, but since it's been going on since the day he took office, what could he have done that he
the day afterward, actually.
Okay.
He's so deplorable, so devoid of any kind of decency. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Well, that's fair, but
My
I'm
mother
saying
supports him. I know people I love support him. She's an old lady watching Fox, so yeah.
Do we stand for freedom? Do we stand for the rights of our fellows? Or do we stand with the fascists who want to bring a white supremacist, fascist program to this country? You know, they're attacking minorities.
One of the worst principles of a new manager is to say, when I got here, everything was broken. That's what he was saying. Oh, they're letting everybody in from the Middle East, and that was not true at all. People from the Middle East especially were very, very carefully vetted for months and months.
Well, then I guess my last question would be, how come nobody was upset about it when Obama deported more people than anybody in the history of the United States?
I don't know.
Because he deported 3 million people during his presidency. He's actually, one of his nicknames is the Deporter-in-Chief.
Yeah. Well,
Why weren't people upset then?
I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
How about how he does Putin's business? Putin's bidding. Look at all our foreign affairs policies that are happening now. Putin is doing a jig in the streets. He got exactly what he wanted, and
So we're back to Russia now, even though there was proven to be no collusion.
oh, that's bull. There was such collusion. It didn't.
Are you a thinking person?
Apparently I'm not, because
The Mueller report showed collusion, but they didn't. Mueller said we're.
I have a nephew and soon to have a niece, and I don't want them to grow up in a world where there are no rights to an abortion, where there are no rights to contraceptives, where the world is dying because of climate change, because people like Donald Trump and Mike Pence, you're letting the fascists win.